Hi, my name is Samantha Godin. I'm a marine biologist by training and have a great interest in climate change and sustainability topics such as deforestation. And I would like to know how we can change people's attitude um, around deforestation, as well as I'm interested to see and hear your opinions on whether we should be actually still treating wood and logging as a renewable resource, given the amount of heavy deforestation going on. And the reason why I'm asking this is because I see that obviously in Europe we have actually a slightly increase in forest cover again, but we see heavy logging activities in Asia, Africa, but also in South America, particularly the Amazon region. And while we're seeing all of the slash and burn agriculture and the massive decrease in wood and an increase in logging in these areas, can we actually then still go out and say this is a renewable resource, because we're not regrowing the resource at the same rate as we're actually taking the resource from the environment. And this obviously has a massive impact on the fact that we always think that we can use wood products and paper products by extension of this, and it is renewable. But actually, we are destroying pristine habitat, and every time we're destroying pristine habitat, even if we are afforesting these areas again afterwards, we are destroying something that will never be the same again. And so this kind of tunes in with people's attitude. How can we change people's attitudes regarding forestation? And should we actually, rather than telling it is a renewable resource, get people to think about that actually we are not necessarily using wood resources, but also are practicing logging in a renewable fashion to put this label on it. Thank you very much for your question.
My name is Matej Sunday and I'm from Zambia. Deforestation and poor forest governance is one of the main contributing factors to the deterioration of climate change in Africa. And it's only up to us Africans to come up with initiatives on how we can protect our forest. And in the case of my country, Zambia, 90% of the land is customary land, which means it's owned by the chiefs. Only 10% of the land is owned by the government. So when it comes to regulation and coming up with policy, there seems to be a challenge. And my idea is basically about engaging the chiefs, the village headmen, and the community leaders through workshops where we can sensitize them about the importance of forest conservation and how they can come up with policy to protect the land. The other part of my idea is to come up with an initiative that will provide community members with alternative source of livelihood to charcoal burning and unsustainable means of agriculture. This initiative aims to empower community members with sustainable means of agriculture such as beekeeping, poultry farming, pig farming, just to mention a few. I genuinely believe that it is through such initiative that we'll be able to protect our land and our forest and at the same time mitigate the effects of climate change. Thank you.
Good morning, I am Giulia Cetilongo, I am from Italy, and I would like to urge the European Union to take action against deforestation, because I really think we could be leader in a global change. Europe is covered in forest. 43% of European land is actually covered in forest. So I think it's pretty important to defend this asset of the European Union. I think there are two ways in doing this, tackling climate change and with a more sustainable agricultural policy. It is really important to tackle abiotic threats such as fires in the Mediterranean, for example. Coming from Italy is an issue I really am interested into, and we have to change our agricultural policy. Why doing so? Because I think Europe could really be a leader for other countries, such as Brazil, for example, and in amending action with the United Nations. So I think we really should tackle CO2 emission, which I know is in the New Green Deal agenda, and we should do something for intensive farming and the use of drones, because we don't really need these instruments. They are kind of obsolete. And I think there are more sustainable way to produce what we eat. Even if I think we could forecast, we could foresee a return to agriculture after this coronavirus outbreak. So I think it's really important for the European Union to take action in this issue. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Agnes Kigoto, and on the challenge on deforestation and forest governance, my point on forest governance was ensuring well-marked utilitarian zones. By this, we should ensure that there is cooperation between communities on defining which zones are for use and which zones are not for use. So by ensuring this, we can have public awareness on activities on forest zones, and then having an apolitical approach in setting boundaries and marking zones for the sole interest of forest conservation, proper utilization of resources, and activity control. And then how do we avoid conflict? We should have a participatory approach and involve communities in decision making for sustainable measures towards forest governance. And that was my suggestion.
My name is Matej Sunday. I'm Polish by origin, and I am, on top of being a farmer based here in Poland, I'm also part of a Common Futures conversation platform organized by Chatham House. And my question and thought at the same time is the following. As a farmer, I see tremendous potential in monetizing the carbon that we are storing in our soils here on the farm as a way of both making our farm more profitable and contributing to mitigating climate change. And I've been wondering to what extent carbon credits already are or can be the solution for strengthening the forest governance in the forestry sector. Thank you so much.